Good day. Welcome to Mayorkings TV News. I am Matsu Okwamitorishe, and here are the headlines. Experts in public health environmentalists to speak as Warri South Council plans blueprints to actualize a sustainable cleaner Warri. Tinubu congratulates US President as he claims victory. Delta states to create 50,000 jobs with special agricultural economic zones. Push for power grid stability suffers setback with fourth collapse in 24 days. Trump pulls off historic White House comeback. Home Eagles commence second phase of campaign exercise in Abuja. Now the news in details. Certified public health experts, chartered industrial chemists, and environmentalists are among key professionals that will speak during a one-day engagement, sensitization, and capacity building for stakeholders being organized by Warri South Local Government Council. The stakeholder engagement scheduled for 10 a.m. Thursday, November 14th at King George Hall, Warri South Sub-Secretariat will be highlighted with the launch of Keep Warri Clean initiative by the chairman of the Warri South Local Government Council, Comrade Wayimi Isaac Agbatayiniro. Warri South Supervisor of Environment, Honorable Femi Okorodidem, and the head of Environment Department, Mrs. Stella Mode, explained that the critical stakeholders will explore contemporary ways of waste generation, collection, disposal, and transformation/management spaces. According to them, the JOJO is also aimed at facilitating technical partnerships and collaborations between government and non-governmental organizations. Relevant members of Delta State Executive Council, officials of Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, DESOPADEC, the State Waste Management Board, community leaders, PSP operators, those in the hospitality sector, market unions, and security agencies are among the critical stakeholders expected to participate in the summit. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday extended his congratulations to Donald Trump on his re-election as the 47th President of the United States of America. Tinubu expressed his eagerness to strengthen the ties between Nigeria and the United States amidst the complex challenges and opportunities of the contemporary world. His congratulatory message was conveyed through a statement signed by his Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onuaga, on Wednesday. The statement was titled President Tinubu Congratulates President-elect Trump. Tinubu said, "Together we can foster economic cooperation, promotion, peace, and address global challenges that affect our citizens." According to him, Trump's victory reflects the trust and confidence the American people have placed in his leadership. Therefore, he congratulated the U.S. electorate on their commitment to democracy. Tinubu also acknowledged the United States' influence, power, and position in determining the trend and course of global events, trusting that President Trump will bring the world closer to peace and prosperity. Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, on Tuesday has said his administration would leverage on the game-changing potentials of the special agricultural economic zones to create over 50,000 jobs for the well-being and economic prosperity of the people. Governor Oborewori said the program would enhance food security, agro-processing, employment creation, export earnings, infrastructural development, with its overall effect on the state's gross domestic product, GDP. He disclosed this when he received officials of the African Development Bank, ADP, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, National Cereal Research Institute, NCRI, led by Dr. Chuma Ezedima, at Government House, Asaba. The governor thanked the delegation for shortlisting Delta State among the successful states for the program, assuring that his administration will do everything possible to make the program a success. He said Delta State was endowed with land suitable for cultivation of palm fruits, cassava, maize, yams, plantain, and all sorts of vegetables, saying the Special Agricultural Processing Zone would be a strategic addition and would be hugely successful. However, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Delta State Free Trade Zone, Pastor Godwin Akpovie, said the Free Trade Zone Operations Center in Kwale, Osubi Agro Transmission Center, among others in Isoko and Agbo, would create over 50,000 jobs for Deltans. Now on the business news. Efforts by the federal government and the operators of the Nigerian electricity supply industry to stabilize the national power grid system suffered another setback yesterday as the grid collapsed for the fourth time in 24 days. Data from the National System Operator posted on its portal indicated that the latest collapse began from 1 p.m. when Jeba and Chiriro hydropower disappeared from the grid. This dropped grid generation to 2,711 megawatts, having reached 3,631,066 megawatts at 12 noon. Generation dropped further to 61.60 megawatts as of 2 p.m. with only Ibom power on the grid. Further checks show that on Monday power generation peaked out with the lowest generation. Last month, the power grid described as the weakest link in Nigeria's electronic supply chain collapsed thrice October 14th, 15th and 19th, with the last one leaving 15 states in the northern part of the country in complete blackout for about 9 days. The poor state of the grid attracted the attention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who directed the immediate restoration of power to the affected states after meeting with the state governors. Expanding the latest setback, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN), which managed the grid, described the incident as a partial disturbance at about 1:52 p.m. yesterday, 5th November 2024. The company's general manager, Public Affairs Ndidumba, explained that the partial disturbance followed a series of lines and generator trippings that caused instability of the grid and consequently the partial disturbance of the system. The data from the National Control Center (NCC) revealed that a part of the grid was not affected by the bulk power disruption. She assured consumers that TCN engineers are already working to quickly restore bulk power supply to the states affected by the partial disturbance. Presently, bulk power supply has been restored to Abuja at 2:49 p.m. and they are gradually restoring to other parts of the country. Now on the foreign news. Donald Trump has sealed an historic victory in the US presidential election and completed his political comeback. The Republican comfortably defeated Democrat Kamala Harris in what polls have suggested that would be a very tight election. It becomes the first former president to return to the White House in more than 130 years. Claiming victory at a rally in Florida on Wednesday morning, Trump told supporters that he would usher in a new golden age for America. He said that this is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow them to make America great again. In more good news for Trump, his party is projected to win majority control of the Senate. Meanwhile, the 78-year-old swept several of the key battleground states, with CBS projecting that he has won in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, and North Carolina, and appears to be on track for a clean sweep of all 7 swing states that were crucial for a win. Projections suggest that he is likely to win the overall popular vote nationally, a feat he fell short of when first elected in 2016. However, the Democrats have been expected to address a crowd on election night at Howard University in the Washington, D.C., where she was an undergraduate. But it emerged that after midnight that she would not appear. Harris has not made no statement so far. Now on the sports news. The home-based Super Eagles have commenced the second phase of their camping exercise ahead of the 2025 African Nations Championship qualifier against the Black Galaxies of Ghana. 26 players reported to the team's camp in Abuja on Tuesday, with 9 others expected on Wednesday today. The training was supervised by Daniel Ogunmodede and Fidelis Ilechukwu, with head coach Augustin Eguavon out of the country for medical checkup. The home Eagles started preparation for the game against Ghana last week. They will take on their external rivals in both legs of the qualifier in December. The overall winners will advance to CHAN 2025, which will be co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Now a recap on our headlines. Experts in public health environmentalists to speakers worry South Council plans blueprints to actualize a sustainable cleaner worry. Tinubu congratulates US President as he claims victory. Delta to create 50,000 jobs with special agricultural economic zones. Push for power grid stability suffers setback with fourth collapse in 24 days. Trump pulls off historic White House comeback. Home Eagles commence second phase of camping exercise in Abuja. That's the news as edited by Timiala Manuela. I am Matsu Okpamitarisha. Thanks for watching.